Most of the shaders work very similar to cycles, but still we will have some differences. We will quickly go through few shader nodes that are a little bit different, so when you try to use them, you won't be confused. Let's start with subsurface scattering. The new subsurface scattering model in EVNext offers more realistic results by accurately simulating how light scatters beneath the surface of materials like skin or wax. Additionally, this updated model is optimized for better performance, ensuring faster render times without compromising on quality. But unfortunately, IOR, roughness, and anisotropy aren't working in random walk method because EV supports only Christensen-Burley method. Overall, it looks pretty good. We talked about toon shading in cycles. Here we have a shader to RGB node. It's a unique feature available only in EV, and it converts shader data into color data, allowing the output to be manipulated as a color within the shader node setup. This is particularly useful in non-photorealistic rendering styles where you might want to use shader information to influence color ramps or other color-based effects. Making decent-looking glass in Eevee is not difficult. We don't need any fancy shaders. Default gloss would be okay, but here we have glass with dispersion and it also works. We'll create the setup in cycles in the next chapter. Unfortunately, Eevee doesn't support caustics. The most important thing if we want to make good-looking glass is to go to the material properties and make sure that our material uses dithered rendering method and select ray trace transmission. After turning this option on, we can see that something is inside our objects, what means that ray trace refraction is working. We can check if it works for the standard glass shader. Yes, it does. One thing that will make the glass look a little bit sharper is to turn off spatial reuse in denoising options. Thickness is a very useful option for glass, and we can connect the value node to the thickness in the material output and customize it to achieve the best result. For glossy materials, anisotropy and rotation are not working, and for now, we can control only roughness. Rendering volumes in Eevee is also very simple. Eevee supports both volumes coming from simulations and mesh volumes. I am using the explosion volume, and then next to it you can see the volume Suzanne. It wasn't possible in the previous version, so that's a big upgrade. Let's take a look at some options. We can't increase the bounces, but we can change the resolution, amount of steps to calculate volume, distribution, which put more samples near the camera so the quality of the rendered volume closer to the camera is better, and max depth, which is the maximum surface intersection count. Higher values causes longer computations and might cause some artifacts. We can also change the range in which our volume will be visible.